Hi, I'm James Crawford, and if you can tell by the tiny little logos, I'm here at EGX Rezzed 2014. What I am standing in front of now is the over 18s area, and as you can see, it's incredibly well cordoned off. Very well, like no 12-year-old's going to be able to look over that barrier at the 40-inch screens that are playing Hotline Miami, one of the most brutal and frankly content-wise disturbing games I have ever played in my life. Just very well hidden there, very well hidden, pretty well hidden. Usually at these kind of press events, I like to play the misanthrope. I like to moan and be generally quite miserable. I don't like the advertising. I see all the shops and the branding, and it just makes me really frustrated. But as Rezzed this year, it's not as big as Eurogamer was last year, and there's not as much to really hate about it. So I don't think I really can pick anything to hate. And here is one of the most hotly anticipated games this year, the Subway. Here in the EGX Fight Zone, the first rule of the EGX Fight Zone is you don't talk about the EGX Fight Zone. This game is obviously, I think everyone's going to know the resemblance to Dungeon Keeper.
We don't claim to be anything like this because we can't. But let's say we are big Dungeon Keeper fans, and many of our team originally came from the Keeper Clan community, which is the largest remaining Dungeon Keeper fan community, if you want so.
In 20 years though, are we going to see War for the Overworld mobile? And it will be, with nasty
I don't think
pay-per-click.
so. I don't think so.
Are you sure? I mean,
because we prefer games to not have so many microtransactions.
Yeah.
But it depends on the player. But we don't like it, so we won't do it.
At Rezzed this year, they are showing a new type of video game, a new genre in fact. They've got a whole section of the floor dedicated to this. I think it's going to be a big one. The genre's called board game? Board game, I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, these things are, they're multi-platform, by which I mean to say, if you have a platform upon which to place the board game, you're able to play the board game. Table will do, floor space, even on the back of a particularly wide friend. Not so many people have Xbox Ones, not so many people have PlayStation 4s, but everybody's got a table. So I'm going to go further in and take a closer look at this new genre. Like many video games based on collecting cards, Street Fighter, the deck building game, has come out in the nature of Scrolls or Magic the Gathering, the video game, but the real gimmick of this one is that the cards are actually printed on card. So how does it relate to Street Fighter? How similar is it to the basics of Street Fighter?
I mean, it's not Street Fighter in terms of like the console game, but there's a lot of the lore. All of the characters are Street Fighter characters. A lot of the cards will do perhaps what you expect.
So it's not a direct sequel in any way?
No. If you get a direct sequel of a console game in cards, that would be kind of amazing, I think.
Is there any plans for a Super Street Fighter, the deck building game, or an Ultra Super Street Fighter, the deck building game?
I don't know, but that sounds like a great idea. I love those words.
They are very good words, yes. It strikes me that the control scheme for this game is very intuitive. You know, there's no awkward button mapping. It's literally just pick up what you want and put it down where you want to put it. That's very
Although it is balanced out by the simplistic lack of graphics.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is not very well modelled.
No.
It's very realistic.
It's very low poly.
Like, you can pick it up and it's almost real.
Like you're touching.
Yeah.
You're claiming that the graphics are very simplistic, but this is actually the new generation of this game. You know, this is the latest format, because previous editions did not have such good graphics as this.
Oh, so this is like a remastering?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we haven't yet quite established just how to facilitate online play, because this just won't fit in the slots, but we're sure there is a way in there somewhere.
Is there any backstory to this game? Any lore or history that one would need to know before coming into the game?
Let's see, the designer of the game, I think it's Scott, I can't quite think of his surname. Oh, it's Matt Leacock. He's the man who designed Forbidden Desert and Forbidden Islands.
Okay, so this is a sequel?
Not quite, but it's a very similar style of game.
Spiritual sequel?
Yes, so Forbidden Desert and Forbidden Islands are very simplistic games, very good for people who don't play, they'll ease you into cooperative games. This is the more difficult, challenging version with a lot more.
That's great. The majority of my audience is simplistic.
Is that the one that's got the pointiest ears goes first?
Is that a sign of infectious disease? If so, maybe.
Longest beard?
I shaved this morning, that's it.
Longest hair?
You haven't seen all of my hair?
Coolest t-shirt.
Hey, we're wearing the same t-shirt.
No, I've got developer on the back of mine.
I customised mine.
Mine's bare.
I'm going first.
Okay.
I've decided.
Okay.
I'm the only girl.
Well, the first thing
Don't
we've
take
got...
this from me.
I hope you're the only girl, anyway, yeah. So, first thing we need to do is decide on the difficulty. We're going to encounter between 4 and 6 epidemics. So 4 of them is average difficulty, 5 is difficult, 6 is virtually impossible.
Are there any achievements for completing it on harder difficulties?
Yes, you can face the camera in a very manly pose and say, I defeated this on harder difficulty.
Curious thing happening at the Alien Isolation line. We've got some really adamant PC gamers who are just having to wait while people stream past them. They're being asked to wait on one side. It's a real dedication to seeing the game released only on PC. And as a result, they're just standing there to one side of the line, just kind of pulling faces and whatnot. Now, I wasn't actually allowed to record my playthrough of Alien Isolation, but the experience could be likened to hitting my head against a brick wall over and over again. And I say that, but I really liked it. It was really good. It was so good. I'm going a little high pitched. I think I might actually have had my balls receded briefly because fuck. Well, that was Rezzed, and this is my German techno underpart. No, you don't like it.